Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and we can always come back to us to quench your thirst. And we are back. I don't know why I added back to that, but we are back. I don't know. But we are back, and we are back doing another special interview, you guys. You guys are in for a treat, and we can't wait to share this with you. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. I am just drinking a little water here because hydration is important, but I do have my cup mug. Beer. We have, I don't know if you'll see it, but panel full of cup was, panel full of cup was, beer. Deal or No Deal Island edition. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses unless your postal service is being a little slow, but that's okay because a delay is never a deny. So you can still get it. It just might take a little while to get it. So be patient and get your cup merch, your new and improved cup mug, and all of our other beautiful merch. Period.
And know that if your postal service is a little slow right now, I am very much there with you. I've been waiting on a package for like a week. It's bad. But anyway, a full week. It's been a lot. But my name is Jack. I am your resident game designer of the panel. And today I'm here to assist Lana with a pair of interviews, which I also have a pair of energy drinks to go with.
Ooh.
I wonder who we could be interviewing.
I wonder what that means. But I guess we'll find out.
It's so subtle. So
very. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, we are going to have this amazing interview. And I'm just going to let you know. It's Ben and Kamari, you guys. The baker's assistants are going to be here. And so we are so excited to have this time with them. We're going to pick their brains and find out what they feel about being on Deal or No Deal Island. So sit back and relax and enjoy this. But before you sit back and relax, you know what you need to do? Hit the subscribe button on this channel and all of our other channels. All those links will be in the description below, as well as our Patreon, as well as our audio podcast links. All those links is in the description below, and our, where you get your merch. All those in the description below. Follow those things, support us. We appreciate you. We're still trying to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So we need you to help us out in doing that for us. And we appreciate you. We're going to continue to give you the amazing content that we can. And we hope you support us. So without further ado, let's get into it. The dog agreed. They're excited. Without further ado.
Very excited.
Let's get into our interview with Ben and Kamari. All right, you guys, we are back. We are here, and we are talking to Ben and Kamari from Deal or No Deal Island, the baker's assistant, y'all. Now, like I said, we've had contestants on this show, but we've never had the assistance of the baker. Like,
here we are.
Look, they got tea that even the contestants don't even know. So
that's true.
I'm ready. I'm ready to talk.
Let's get into it.
So first of all, what is it like being the baker's assistant? How close are you to the baker? Like, is she more intense than he was last season? All I'm saying.
I don't know about more intense, just different.
Yeah,
it's just a
definitely.
Totally different game, a totally different season this year. It's not to be compared.
Yeah, and she's great. She's great. She's our boss, so we kind of have to love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the season's not over. You don't want to,
right?
Upset the boss.
Right.
Exactly. No, you do not want that.
I get it.
Yeah, you just never know when she'll just pop up. Oh, yeah, there's a briefcase in the back here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And she's like writing our paychecks for us.
Yeah.
She
in our ear.
She's accommodating us. You know what I mean?
I'm sure she got people just watching, just waiting.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. It's a small island. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Very small.
Okay. Well, thankfully, we are talking about season 2, so season 1 went really, really well.
Yeah.
So, personally, what were your favorite moments from season 1?
from season 1?
Yes.
Oh man, there's so many. I feel like for a first season of a show to go that well, and that there was so smooth. It's hard. There was so many like genuine moments that I think me and Kamari both enjoyed. I think for me personally, seeing kind of just like the challenges every so often every week there's new challenges. I personally just loved seeing the chaos that arrives from that. So I think our team, we've said it many times, our like challenge team, the one that coordinates all these things, do amazing jobs. So it's just fun to kind of watch the challenges unfold.
Yeah, definitely agree. It's cool to watch people beat their fears too, because these challenges are nothing light, and it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or whatever, like you see real fear come out of people, of the contestants during the challenges. So that's another favorite moment. It's just like, they'll be up there. I remember Stephanie last year, she was bawling, crying in that scene.
Yeah.
But she did it though, and that was cool to see.
Absolutely. That's a moment, because it's like people have to either adapt to their fears and just do it, or they don't, and then they lose money, and then that's not going to look well for them with the team. So
that's not why you're there.
That's not why you're there. You did not come here to be scared. Right.
Exactly.
Period. Absolutely. Okay, so this is a question I want to ask you guys, because I know for me, I watch Deal or No Deal, and it doesn't matter if it's a game show or an island. I'm stressed watching the contestants play the game. Like, I'm like, oh God, please don't be a million. Please don't be whatever. Are you all as stressed watching him play, or that we are as viewers?
It's so we're the first ones to see the case number. Yeah. So, like we see if it's $1, if it's 1.5 million, we're the first ones to see it. And we have to break every contestant and show them our reactions. So, I mean, it's definitely hard for us. And people think that we know ahead of time what's in these cases, and we don't. So it's a genuine raw reaction to us. And it is hard. You feel a little guilty at nighttime after
at nighttime. Like, when I swear we didn't know it was in there. Sorry.
Like, I'm not trying to give you $1.5 million. No. I'm not trying to take that away from you.
I'm not trying to take your dreams away.
Right. We're very emotionally invested. And since we're the first ones that see it, we have that 2 seconds where we're the first, like, it's just you and the case at that point. And then now I have to reveal it to everyone. So it's very emotional.
I get so stressed. I'm like, oh God, please.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be there. Oh, I'm like devastated. Like, no, not 1.5 million. Because I think we feel it as viewers. We know what that would do for me. Like, I know what $1.5 million would do for me in my life.
100%.
And to think somebody else is doing it, and it's like, oh, nope, you don't have that. It's like, no, that's so devastating. That is so devastating.
It is.
Yeah.
With reality television too, it's sad because you hear these people's stories on why they're trying to get money too. So, everyone has like this sad story usually to tell on why they need money. So when you hear and you kind of get it, attached to trying to make that come true for them on why they need the money, and then you pretty much seal their fate and take it. It's
not your fault.
It's not our fault, but you do feel like it kind of is.
And we're supposed to be working for the banker, but like we want y'all to win.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of tough.
That's wild.
I get it. It's that awkward pull of like, look, I need to protect the banker's money, but at the same time,
I feel for you.
A little bit for you at least.
Can everybody win a little? Can
right? We all have a little bit of something. That's not how the game works.
I know. Then we're too nice. We're like, wait. This is not
right.
Wait.
You're the banker's assistants. Y'all can't be this nice.
You're right.
No.
We need to toughen up a little
Sucks for you.
It's fair.
200 million is a lot of money, though.
That is a lot of money.
It's not like, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, right.
Well, not to continue this niceness because the banker might be watching, but I mean, looking at this season, who were you rooting for? And specifically, did you know either of Parvati or David going into the season?
I personally didn't know of David or Parvati going into these seasons. So that was a nice surprise for me. I mean, when David came in, I was like, who is this Goliath looking man? And then it made sense that he was who he was. So No, it was a nice surprise, and it was cool to like have that discovered and then just kind of watch their game, and like you can just tell that they're veterans. So it was cool to watch it unfold once we found out who they were.
I always said that I don't know if you guys read Hunger Games or watched Hunger Games, but I think it's District 9 or like the elite, like well trained. I always looked at Poverty and David as just like this District 9.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Like
they were
the
District
elite
1.
group.
The
Is it
twins
District
that
1?
were- yes, they
Yeah,
were
District
It could be
1,
one or
yeah.
not. I haven't read in years.
Yeah, the
Yes.
capital
Yes.
kids.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If the island is the Hunger Games, then they're definitely District 1. So
Exactly. Good.
I could, that's a good analysis because
Yes.
they are like, they just know. They
Yeah.
just know. And this is not their first time around the rodeo. They've been on reality TV. Poverty 4 times now. She did the Traders. And then like, she knows what she's doing. And it's fun
She's
to watch.
smart.
She's smart. She knows what works for her. And look, that's what we do here. We're reality TV junkies on this channel. And so we've been watching Survivor and Poverty, and then Australia with David, and then of course, which is going to lead to my next question, Dr. Will jumping into the fray at the last minute. Like, where did he come from? That's like, were you shocked to the addition of Dr. Will into this cast? Like,
And who is this fool coming in on a tuxedo? What is going on?
It's funny too, because I think me and Kamari didn't know Dr. Will was coming, obviously, but then we just heard somebody showed up in a tuxedo. So we're like,
who?
I'm like, who did they bring wearing a tuxedo in the episode 2? We had no idea until we started asking around more, and then obviously you get to know Dr. Will pretty quickly. It's hard not to when you're around them. So
yeah.
Just like a full Bond villain coming on the
He
set.
is,
Like,
yeah.
that's a game player now.
The suit.
No, they knew what they were doing. He literally came in and changed the entire game.
Yeah.
I could, if you have watched, like I watched Dr. Will in his original season of Big Brother, season 2. Yeah, I'm old. I'm telling y'all my age. I'm old, and it's fine. But I watched him in season 2, and he was just a wild player, even in there when he won. And then watching him on All Stars and Big Brother, like he is a force of nature in Big Brother lore. So if you know Big Brother, you're like, okay, Dr. Will is one of the like Mount Rushmores of Big Brother.
Yeah.
So he's just that good. So when I heard he was coming on this show, I was like, the dynamic is going to change. And then the way they brought him in on the second episode, and Poverty and David have already established themselves as, we are the reality vets. We know what we're doing. We good. Let's run this game. And then Dr. Will comes and throw a wrench in the plan. I ate that up. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be good, because Dr. Will is a love or hate. There's no gray area with this
That's
man.
what I was going to say. You either love him or hate him, but you also love to hate him.
Yes.
But by the end of it, it's crazy. You actually just love him. It's weird. I can't give too much away.
It is.
But...
And at the end of the day, you watch. You have to watch at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. I don't look. I just love that Dr. Will just came on there and was like totally disrupted their whole game, and everybody was shocked. Even people who didn't know who he was felt his presence. It was like,
that's a very good way to put it. Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't know who he is, you definitely he's there. And
look him up afterwards. That's for sure.
Like, if you want to ride just any of the seasons Dr. Will is on, it's just, how did he tell everyone he hates them and then yet win?
You're right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How do you manage that? That's not easy to do.
Yeah, doesn't work, but.
But to quickly rewind a little bit to the temple before that, obviously you two were very, not influential, but we're actively seeing Luke's wonderful $1 game happen live. Yeah. So what were you thinking as the cases were getting revealed round after round and all the high values just kept falling?
It was painful.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see anything like that in season 1 either. So, and I think we kind of came into the episode 1, season 2, like with, I don't think we expected there to be $1 in the pot at the end of the night. So I feel like it was kind of just like, what just happened, you know? I also liked Luke. Luke was one of the ones I enjoyed. So it was also hard to see him go out like that, you know, and he didn't even get to go out with like the pride of, well, I left money behind for my fellow contestants. I mean, he left them $1, which is almost worse than none, you know.
Right.
You know, like you don't tip your waitress or waiter $1. You know what I mean? So that's more disrespectful.
That is rude. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, that was hard. We kind of watched him crash and burn right there, but he's a great guy. Luke is
He's so nice.
Yeah,
he's the greatest. He's the sweetest person. I was like, Luke. And Luke said this is his last thing. He was like, I'm not doing reality TV no more. This is I was like, no, Luke, you have to do it again.
No, I agree. He should. He should do
it. The thing is, he had really good aggression and like he had the right mindset behind it, but I think he just needed a little bit more strategy. I think he was a little too impulsive on his decisions, and I think that if he learned that lesson from this, he would be great. He's very likable.
I agree too, because like I said, we talked to him and I was like, look, you're great. Like you were entertaining. Even the short time you were there, I was entertained the entire time. And I think you can do it again. He was like, nah, I'm going to stick to cooking and fishing. I'm sticking to cooking and fishing.
Like
he's a chef. He's like, listen.
Oh, he's...
I looked at his website. I was like, oh.
I keep telling him, like, one day I'm going to fly him to Beverly Hills and he's going to cook a big dinner for me.
I said to him, I was like, I'm going to have to come down. Either I'm going up to Wisconsin or you got to come down to Alabama. Because I'm going to get some of that food because it looked delicious. It looked delicious. Okay, so I need to know, were you all shocked by Sydney stopping the game to apologize for what happened in the previous game? And what was going through your minds at that point? Because I know for me, I was like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say shocked in the sense that typically when you get down to the line, you can kind of feel if your fate is on the line. Right. And you become desperate. So most people are going to take that opportunity to plead their case. And we've seen it before. I can't remember who did it, but like they'll definitely take a moment to just address what just happened because or plead their case of like, this is why I want to play the banker. This is why I don't. You know, so considering her first 2 episodes were a little chaotic on her as far as her strategy goes. No, I personally wasn't surprised. It was just more like, okay, girl, I don't know if this is going to help you. And it did not work out well for her.
I think you kind of see this in life outside of even reality television. When you kind of show too much and you're too brash and you're kind of too, like, you know, maybe annoying to people too early on with them meeting you, they kind of always push back a bit. So at that point with her standing, I think everyone was kind of already kind of a little like pushing back from her, kind of like trying to create distance. So for her to then stand up, I think it was just adding more fuel to the fire. She was kind of just like seeing her fate a little bit more. At that point, she probably should have just sat there. I don't think standing up was saving her, you know? So, I don't know. When I saw her do it, I kind of was like,
no. It makes sense. It just didn't. It just happened to not work out for her. So
that was me. I was just like, I don't know if this is going to help anything. And I think if she would have just sat and just let it play out, maybe she would have did what she said. She would have been like, you know what? I did shake her hand in agreement and da. I don't think the other lady was for that. She was like, nah, she's gotta go. And look, I get it. Your first impression was not the best. Well, I know for me watching, I was like, I'm not that impressed by her, but maybe she'll turn it around because we've seen so many redemption arcs on reality shows. I'm like, this first episode wasn't great for her, but she could turn it around. We'll see. And then I was like, oh, well, Julie, I guess not.
I almost feel like at that point, if you're gonna go that route, don't come back and apologize. You just gotta run that route.
Just own it.
You gotta literally and make it be like, even if you're far left, you just gotta act like, no, this is my plan. Like, and you have to now convince people that no, trust me. And then they're more scared of you over like, okay, you're annoying, you're just not a threat, you know? So
absolutely, you're gonna be the villain. Lean into it.
And creating issues is one thing. That's sometimes people use that as a strategy with reality television. But she was almost creating problems that only she had. Like you could tell when she asked MG, like, are you mad at me? And MG's like curling her hair or something. She's like, what are you talking about? Like we're not even conversating right now about anything. So I think she was already defeating herself before anyone was even trying to take her out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. It
But being
was
on the island, it messes with your head and
Yes.
your
the island
competition.
fever,
So
the island
the
jungle fever got her early.
literally, mental health is a real thing out there. Even for Ben and I, meant like keeping yourself good, sane. Like
Yeah.
we're in the jungle and they're competing and having to be strategic. Even when you're resting, even in the in between times, you're not
yes,
chilling and resting. The whole thing is part of the
Mhm.
game.
yeah.
So they're tired, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's no such thing as a break in reality TV.
No.
It's like you have to plan and strategize throughout the whole. Everything is judged. Everything is being watched. People are seeing everything you do. Even if you just go grab something from the table, like why she have to grab that? She knew I wanted that. That was my bagel, and she grabbed the last bagel. I wanted to eat that. Now I don't like her, and that's the reason folks smile.
The last bagel.
You just need that one thing.
That's so
little
true.
thing. It's so crazy. It's the
Yeah.
littlest thing. Like we play online reality games, Jack and I, and it's for no money. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
But even stuff like that, we were sitting there like, now why does she look at me like that? Jack didn't even have to look at me. When he looked at me that way, I feel like he's mad at me, so now I've got to vote him out.
Yeah.
Just pressure of the game. And Jack had nothing to do with anything, but it's the pressure of the game.
Mhm.
So I
You
get
play
it.
games on yourself.
We do. We play the mind
Exactly.
games on ourselves. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, so unfortunately, we also don't get to see Sydney and Dr. Will play the game at the same time because, oh God, would I have loved to see the chaos of both of them
Yeah,
together,
right.
just wrecking
agree.
the island.
Oh, that would have been
But-
fun.
That would have been insane. That would have.
I don't know how that would have been.
I don't know how that. I want to know how he would have played with her. Like,
Not well.
I can't.
He doesn't
I
play
can't.
well with
Not
others
well.
in general.
No, he
so I
does
don't-
not play
He
well.
does
with
not,
others. He's
no.
not a team player.
See,
no.
I think he would have caught on to her, and he would have like played her. She would have lost her mind with him. He would have
No,
like
manipulated her.
manipulated her mind
Mhm.
so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah.
So that would have been interesting to see on camera for sure. I
Oh,
mean, it's probably a good
absolutely.
thing for her sake that.
Right.
Actually, I
Oh
agree.
yeah, no, that would have
I
went
think her
horrible.
mental
Benefited
didn't
her
need that.
to get
Yeah.
voted off when she did. I agree.
Yeah, her mental did not need to deal with the likes of Dr. Will and
Yeah.
the games that he can play because
It did
everybody
not.
can't handle it.
No.
It
Everybody
only
can't
got
handle it.
worse.
And you'll see that too through while the season progresses. You'll see that people do not enjoy his presence at moments. You know, you're going to see certain
Oh, yeah.
contestants, you know, speak their mind against him. So, and
You can
it's
tell
fun
it
to
goes beyond
watch.
the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I could feel it.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say that's going to definitely lead into Jack's next question because we need some tea from y'all. So
Oh man,
So,
what y'all got?
without giving too much away, what are you looking forward to seeing on the season? Because with Will and with Parvati and with David's secret identity and with everything else that's going on the island here, it feels like chaos is just about to erupt.
For sure,
We haven't done anything.
yeah,
Nothing's happened. yet.
hasn't started yet.
That's,
Yeah.
So
that's
I think,
wild.
I
I
think-
think that's what I. Yeah, go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that truly what I'm most excited for like, you know, the fans of the show to see is really the progression of Dr. Will and the progression of his like what alliances he might be a part of or what enemies he might make. And then when you kind of start seeing that downfall or kind of seeing it progress for him, I mean, it's so interesting because even when he's losing or even when he's, you know, kind of like you can see that he's creating enemies, he's still somehow like winning their mind over on certain aspects. Like even someone that maybe might be against him ends up working with him somehow at some point in some capacity. So I think that's really fun to watch a master manipulator in Dr. Will play that when he's also doing it against veterans like Parvati and David. So that's fun to see on camera. You got three heavyweights all in the on the same island. So
Yeah, and then all I can say is somehow by the end of it, you really end up liking Dr. Will. Somehow.
yeah, you do. He definitely is like. It's hard not to like him.
The
I'm
game
not
is
surprised.
flawless.
I am not surprised in the least bit that we're going to have that arc with Dr. Will because he just does that. Like he won a show after telling everybody, I hate you. I hate all of you. I never want to see you again. I don't want to talk to you ever. And then they still voted for him to win. It's like,
It's kind of like that boss that you have that you just don't like. They're terrible to you. They're getting on to you all the time. And for months and months, you're like, man, I don't want to work here anymore. But then they bring you that like $5 Starbucks gift card.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I kind of do like
I can
you.
deal with this. Yeah.
You're like,
yeah,
you know
no,
what?
it's
At
fine.
least
He gives
you're
you
an
little
honest person.
pieces. He gives you little pieces here and there, and you kind of just end up falling in love with the character of Dr. Will.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, at least you're sweet. Don't. That's
Yeah, there's
great.
you know.
No, in real life, truthfully, we gotta say in real life, because you don't know. He plays
Right.
the villain so well. It's like, do I
yeah.
actually hate you? But like outside of the game, Dr. Will's awesome. Truthfully,
He's
I
awesome.
I
He
do
really
want to
is.
say that because
Mhm.
we speak a lot of his villainism on the show, but in person, he's awesome. So truly,
Mhm.
shout out to Dr. Will. Like,
Yeah.
just
Hello.
he
I
just
love
knows
that.
what he's doing.
He's a good dude. He's got a beautiful family, and he's just he's full of life. Like his
very
personality.
vivacious.
Yeah. He's like such a character in the real world too, but in a positive way. He is just like a good, lighthearted, fun guy. So
Look, Dr. Will, please come on this show. Like, I would love to talk to you.
You should
at the
have
end of
him.
It'd be a great show.
Hello.
That is a
please,
dream.
please,
that is
please.
a dream for us here. You can just come on the show and talk about your experience on Philadelphia Island and how we
It
all
will not
love
be
you at the
boring.
end.
That's for sure.
I'm sure. Look, that is just like, okay, fingers are crossed on that point. So we'll hope. But yes, so my last question, because I know we gotta let you all go soon. But my last question is, would there ever be a chance that the baker's assistants will turn into the contestants on the show one day, maybe? I mean, because that 200 million looks good, and I'm sure it will look really good in your bank account. So
it would.
We love this question. The answer is
Oh.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us at it. We got it.
I mean, we've been saying this since day one too. Like me and Kamari, as soon as they walked us around the island and showed us everything, they showed us like a helicopter, and we're like, we could win this. Like, we're like, I think we could do this. And we both even asked, we're like, was there any way, like, how we're like trying to give like little plot twists. We're like, what if you added us to the game? Like, what if we competed in the? They didn't really like that idea, but I think eventually, if enough people, I think maybe people need to start tweeting that, or going on X and then maybe saying that. So
I mean, we can start that right now.
We're
now on the cut. We'll put Kamari and Ben on the show.
Right.
Let them be contestants. We can bring in assistants to the assistants to do the
yeah.
We got plenty of people.
Maybe Ben and I wouldn't be allies. Who knows? Who knows?
Never know.
Never
know.
You never know.
Listen, I know Kamari too well. I'm gonna come after her personally.
I'm about to say, in a game, we ain't all friends. I'm just saying, I love my friends, but in the game, it's just different. But no, I would love to see that. I think y'all will have. I mean, people will try think y'all have an upper hand, but you really don't. Like I said, you don't know what's in these briefcases before. No. And I think they did that in season 1 with oh Lord, not me forgetting names. You know who I'm talking. The other Deal or No Deal. Claudia, yes.
Claudia, yeah.
And they thought she had this whole big upper hand because she was a briefcase girl for the whole time. Like, no, she didn't know what was in those cases. She just.
It's all up to chance. And that's the thing.
Yeah, it really is.
I've almost seen that, like, in her situation specifically, it's because she was the veteran and she was so confident against the game and confident against the game. She low-key threw herself out of the game because she's like, it's cool, I got it. That's what we learned. It does not matter if you're a veteran, what you've won, what you've done. Once you're facing the banker, it's all up to luck. So it keeps everything very even keel and very exciting because it doesn't matter how good you did.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen by the end of the game.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say first, thank you both so much for joining us. We appreciate this. This has been so much fun. I love this. You guys are amazing, beautiful. Like I can't stop staring at both of you. Gorgeous.
Thank you so much. It's so sweet.
Love it. This might be the most unattractive I felt on a podcast.
No.
Oh my God.
We're all beautiful.
The beauty is everywhere. Okay, don't do that to yourself.
I laugh and joke. I'm just kidding, but I know. But you are stunning, and y'all are so sweet and amazing. You all welcome. Come to the cup anytime you all want. We can discuss recaps of the episodes or anything y'all want to do. We love you guys, and so thank you for joining us. And y'all, shout out if y'all have any. Put your socials out there if you want people to follow. Where can we find you?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm at It's Kamari Love, so ITS and then Kamari Love.
Okay.
And my Instagram, if you want to find me on there, is just Ben_Croft. So BEN_CROF. So
Okay, we will have all of those links in our description below. So you all go follow Kamari and Ben. They're amazing. And we're gonna get out of here because we got other stuff to do today. So
well, thank you so much. It was great talking to you. Hope
yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. And we're just gonna say cheers. That's how we end things here. So cheers, y'all. Bye.